After a year no one could have ever anticipated. After the hardship and endurance, at least one thing remains the same. We can reunite. Through Morristown ONSTAGE, 2021 edition. Just a little differently this time around. And you might be able to guess how. I have Melanie Smith, a head organizer for the show, here with me. Thank you very much for being here. How did you guys have to rearrange this so that it's possible to execute during this time of intense safety regulations and social distancing?
So I think we had the benefit of the world having converted to virtual already. So we weren't having to teach the world how to be virtual. We just kind of folded into what was already happening. That allowed us to do all of our auditions virtually, and we are producing a show that will be streamed on the 10th of March virtually. So I really, although it's unfortunate we were in this position to begin with, we had the fortune of capitalizing on the world already being very used to being virtual. The theme this year for the show is Together We Can. It's going to sound very corny, but we did this together. It took not only the committee of 12 that we have, but the broader MEF and many others in the community who have helped fund this effort. It's without their effort and commitment, this wouldn't have happened. So the idea of Together We Can, really rang true this year for the virtual event.
What will you be performing for the show?
It's so funny because people ask me that, and I'll say A Song for You, and they're like, what? The name of the song is A Song for You. A couple of people have done this song, but the rendition I've done is by Donny Hathaway.
What inspired you to audition?
Well, I was home by myself, first of all. I've been thinking about it. I've seen the show live before when they had it at the theater. I thought it was so cool that people had the courage to do it, especially live. I was home by myself, like I started to tell you. It came up on my feed through Facebook, and so it was just a matter of me finding an instrumental. Of course, none of my friends were going to come over and play for me, and I couldn't go anywhere to have them play for me, so I just hit that karaoke button on my other laptop, and I sang to it, and I said, okay, well, I went ahead and filled out the paperwork was easy to fill out. And so I did that, and then I just hit submit, and honestly, I was really quite surprised when I got a response back, because it was like there was it felt like total anonymity when I did it. So when I got the response back, I was like, okay, I did that.
We are performing a cover of Sir Duke, the Stevie Wonder song. This is sort of like a custom arrangement that we're doing. It's authentic to the original song, but Miss Erlenborn at Frelinghuysen, she arranged the vocals. Mr. Ocasio and Mr. Beadle arranged the horn parts, and the string teachers made up all their own parts, so we made it our own special version for us music teachers. We thought it would be fun to perform as a group and get together and work on a collaboration across the district. We were talking about doing it last year, just as a fun side project, but it never came to fruition, and Morristown ONSTAGE seemed like a really great opportunity to do it this year.
I'm performing Hurt by Christina Aguilera. I did it last year. It was a lot of fun, and I just like the whole experience, and since we're in COVID, it's just nice to do anything at this point.
How are you feeling that ONSTAGE's premiere is quickly approaching?
I think excited. I really want to see all the other performers. I only got to see like 10 seconds of each of them singing, and there are some really good people this year. There were two specific singers whose voices were very different than mine. Like I have a very loud, like powerful voice, and they had very beautiful, soft voices, and I was just very interested in that, and I tried to mix a little bit of that into my song. So that was just like one thing that I tried to do because they were really good. I'm excited to hear them.
What's one personal goal you intend to accomplish on stage?
For me personally, the tenor saxophone part was extremely hard to learn, and so I've sort of achieved my goal of brushing the dust off a saxophone that I haven't played in a while and getting it to a performance-ready level.
Honestly, it's mostly recording, so I pretty much did it already, but I was just trying to have fun the same way I did last year.
It was really mostly about overcoming fear, and it's about being vulnerable. You know, people saying, and again, it's that fear thing, because it just leaves you totally exposed. I knew I was going to be afraid to perform, but I said, you know, once I hit the mess, well, now you're going to be trying to overcome that fear for real. I guess that, you know, once I got the response back, I was like, oh my God, I'm really doing this. So, okay.
What's one way in which you want to try to connect with your virtual audience?
I'll definitely talk it up and share it with my students and share it amongst the school community.
I do think that the lyrics resonate a lot with a lot of people. I personally picked the song because I lost a friend a few years ago, and I thought I wanted to do the song last year, but I thought it was too close to the death to start doing that. But I picked it this year, and I think that because of COVID, people can relate to it a lot more. A lot of people are losing people. A lot of people have lost themselves or lost their old lives, and they need just like something to grieve or some way to grieve. So I think that everyone can relate to it in a different way.
Who do you dedicate your performance to?
To his entire family. I go to church with all of them. His sister is one of my closest friends, and I just want to sing this for all of them.
We are dedicating our performance to our students for being our inspiration and for being the reason that we get up every day and doing the things we love to do, is making music with such amazing students.
Oh gosh, I saw that question and I thought about it, and it's kind of mushy, but I'm just going to give you a line from the song, and it says, I love you in a place where there's no space or time. I'm the type of person where I do love big like that. Like, if I love you, I love you. Meaning, like, I'm not just gonna say the words. You're gonna like feel it in my hug. You're gonna feel it in the little things I do for you. You're gonna feel it in the big sacrifices that I make. And I feel like that about my family. I feel like that about my husband. I feel like that about my friends. My sister is my best friend, and I feel like that about people in district. I feel like we have all been through a lot this year, and I just, oh my God, I feel like I'm getting mushy now. I just feel like, you know, the people that are here and that have been in my life, I love like that. Especially after 2020, I just have a new appreciation.
It's hard in today's virtual age to have that person-to-person social interaction, but you can still create and share music, and that's what we're looking forward to do.
Oh my God, look at that.
So if you're interested in watching the show on March 10th, please go to our website, morristownonstage.com, and click on the link to buy tickets. This year, even with a virtual show, just seeing the amount of effort, energy, and passion that the contestants put into their audition videos, and then now seeing those who have been selected as finalists, seeing their final performances, just verifies for me that this is a really good show. We call it the feel-good event in the community, and I believe that's really true.